Hello everybody and welcome back to Manifested Finesse on YouTube. My name is Manifesting Gaia. That is my Twitter, TikTok, podcast, and Instagram. All the links are down below, and my affirmations list and audio rampage email is down below. And my master manifestation workshop with programs, tools, techniques, ebooks, workshops, audio bundles, boot camps to help you manifest, get your desires, get them quick, get them fast, become the new version of you, stay in the new story, be in the wish fulfilled, switch your identity is linked below. And I'm also doing a mini email boot camp for 5 days. Starting next week is going to be about affirming. So you're going to get an email every day with exercises, reminders, breaking down affirmations, how to use them, how to create your own routines to do with your affirmations. You can click on the workshop, you'll scroll, and then you'll see the ability to subscribe to emails, and then you'll automatically be subscribed. Starting next Monday, we will start that. And today's video is going to be about self-concept routine, because somebody had said, please could you make a practical video on how to work on self-concept, like talking about techniques such as mirror work, audios, subliminals, how to use them for this. I watch a lot of videos on self-concept work, but I haven't found a practical one that gives clarity on what to do on a daily basis. Some say choose a new story, but those who have negative stories ingrained in their minds know how difficult it is to maintain this consistency. So a routine will be very welcome. I want to say a couple things first. This is not me telling you to have a routine for self-concept. I get this question all the time and I never make a video on it because I cannot tell you what to do. So I don't want people to hear this and be like, well, I can't do it because of this. This is why I don't make videos on routines, because some people work 12 hours a day. Some people work 4 hours a day. Some people have children. Some people, they're like, I sleep in a room with other people, so I can't play affirmation tapes out loud because there's people sleeping next to me. Everybody's circumstances is different. That's why I'm never one to say, do this one thing and it'll be the most effective thing. And if you don't do this, it's not going to work. I don't have a set routine. I do what I feel like doing. There's certain things I do every day. Like every night I do play my sleep tapes, or every time I'm in front of the mirror, I do my mirror work or do my EFT tapping to my affirmations. But at the same time, I don't crucify myself if I don't do it. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm not going to get what I want, or my self-concept is bad. I just want to say this. I'm finally making this video so people who keep asking for this video have this video. This is going to be in a playlist for everything self-concept. So I already have a lot of self-concept videos. I already have a playlist dedicated to self-concept. You can take ideas from this video and incorporate it. About consistency, I 10 out of 10 recommend the Mind Over Matter 30-day bootcamp in the workshop linked below. Every single day you're going to be learning a new part of manifestation. You're going to have a new activity. You're going to expand your mind more when it comes to manifestation. You're going to feel more confident. So this is about mastering manifestation in 30 days. It's basically a routine for people who like structure. If you're like, it's a new month, it's summertime or winter time if you're on the south of the equator. Before we dive into the routine, we have to go over what self-concept is. If you're new, if you need a refresher, self-concept is the stories you have about yourself, how you identify yourself as. It is how capable, powerful, and worthy you see yourself of being able to be, do, and have what you want and sustain that change in your reality. And it's also how you see yourself in relation to the world around you. So do you see yourself as a struggler, as someone who's overweight? Do you see yourself as a victim? Something's always happening to you. It's always something or somebody else's fault. It just won't work. You're the one person that manifestation can't work for. Please. And then you also have self-concept in different areas of your life, because people are always like, okay, well, how does somebody who has a bad self-concept always have a relationship? First of all, I think we all know just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you're happy, it's good, it's fulfilling, you're being treated well. Or how is a person who has a terrible self-concept rich? You have self-concept in different areas of your life. So we all have something, right? For example, I'm super good with SPs. That was before LOA. Knowing about self-concept only helped, but I was already pretty decent. With money, I was bad, but if you've been following me on social media for like the past year, I've transformed my life financially. Friends, for example, I have good friends. I love my friends to death, but I feel like I could definitely have more friends than I do, and I definitely want more friends than I do. I hate having to only rely on the same 3 people if I want to go out. But for me, my self-concept in that area is not the highest. I really don't know why. I think it's just literally me I don't really persist in that, because at the end of the day, I already do have friends. I just want more. That's an example. To go to people who have bad self-concept. Self-concept is not a general term. Like I said, you have them in different areas of your life. So a person who, I guess to you, has a bad self-concept could be somebody who talks down on themselves maybe, but somehow they have a partner. It's not somehow. Having a bad self-concept in love doesn't mean you can't get a partner. Some people have no problem attracting a partner, but they're like, I only attract narcissists. I don't relate to that because that's not my story. So that's a bad self-concept and love. That's a bad story. How capable they see themselves with having a good partner is low. That's a low self-concept of love. How valuable they see themselves is low. If you think you only attract abusers and narcissists, what you think you deserve is low. So that's a bad self-concept. But obviously, if that's their story, then their story isn't, I can't get in a relationship because I'm only attracting partners. That means I have a good story about being able to attract partners. That's not my problem. My problem is when I do, it can start off great and then they end up being narcissists. I hope that made sense. Your outer world reflects your inner beliefs. That is why working on self-concept is so powerful, because it changes everything. If you change your beliefs about self, you will see the world differently. You only see the world as highly as you view yourself. With all of that being said, as this person said, consistency is hard for them because they don't have a practical routine in place. So here's a quick little routine. This routine will be roughly around 30 to 45 minutes. You can obviously scale it up or down. You can take longer with each section of things. You can take shorter with each section of things. It depends on how much time you have in your day, how much time you're willing to put in. If you're asking me how long I do something, I do things till I feel good. If I am doing my EFT tapping, I'm regulating my nervous system till I'm calm. So I feel good. I don't really like set a timer, but some people like to do that. So that's why I said scale it up or down. But this is going to be about 30 to 45 minutes worth of self-concept throughout your day. We're going to start with the morning. This section is going to run you roughly about 10 to 15 minutes. Like I said, scale it up or down. If you need 30 minutes, that's fine. If you have 30 minutes, that's fine. If you have 5 minutes, that's fine. But first is going to be mirror work. For me, mirror work is easy to do. Like I said, it's one of the things I do every day because I see a mirror every day. Every time I go to the bathroom when I wake up, and every time I go to the bathroom when I go to bed, and obviously in between, I'm in front of a mirror. Mirror work is when you look at yourself in the mirror and you affirm. Now, this is going to be uncomfortable to people who don't have a good relationship with themselves or don't have a relationship with themselves, period. People are like, it feels so weird looking at myself and telling myself I'm good enough and beautiful. That's a problem, and that should scare you. Why? You look at somebody else's Instagram profile, you're a specific person, and talk about, oh my God, they look so good. They're so beautiful. I want them so bad. But you can't say that to yourself. That is a problem. That is why your self-concept is low. But anyways, I don't really care how it feels. Do it anyways. So you're going to look at yourself. You could say you are or I am. I always mix it up. I start with I am, then I go to you are. So it'd be like, I am enough. I am beautiful. I am worthy. You are successful. You are abundant. You are rich. If it's your first time doing mirror work, you can start off with just compliments. Talk to yourself how you would talk to a stranger. I love your hair today. I love your outfit today. Your smile is so beautiful. And then as you get more comfortable with mirror work, like after a week of that or a few days of that, then you can move to your self-concept affirmations. Next in the morning, after your mirror work, this is going to take about 5 to 10 minutes. Journaling. You could do this in your notes app. You can write it down, do whatever you need to do. You're going to write down some inner conversations or some affirmations. Now, when it comes to self-concept, I always say work from the inside out. So work with what you need. So if you know you have specifically a low self-concept of you attracting narcissistic partners, then maybe you shouldn't start with affirmations of I am nice and kind, because that's not helping your issue of I only attract narcissistic partners. You attract narcissistic partners because of where your worth and value is. So if you're journaling, maybe you want to start with I'm deserving of love and respect. I feel safe receiving healthy love. I always feel safe in my body and my mind and my environment. People respond to my energy with respect and love. Again, this is stuff we're doing daily. So when doing this, like doing your mirror work, doing your journaling, don't argue with the old story. If the old story comes up, that's fine. The person who even suggested this video was saying it's so hard to be consistent with negative thoughts. It's so hard to be consistent when a negative story is so deeply ingrained in your mind. And this is your guys' problem. You haven't even started affirming. You haven't even started self-concept. You haven't even done anything. And you've already affirmed like 3 times. Well, it's hard because of this. I can't stay consistent because of this. The old story is so ingrained in my mind. I can't do self-concept. Self-concept work is so hard for me. You've said 5 negative assumptions without even saying 1 positive assumption. It should literally be the opposite. When you say 1 negative thing, say 5 positive things over that. This is my problem. Anything you say is difficult is going to be difficult. Anything you say is hard. Anything you make excuses for, the excuses will persist. The negative stories are deeply ingrained because that's what you repeat. You repeat the negative stories and then you repeat they're ingrained. Stop. Guys, I don't know why you think you can tell yourself BS stories all day and then say I'm loved and then expect to believe it. You can't affirm something once because like I said, you didn't even start affirming and you already affirmed 5 negative things. Like your self-talk is in the trash. So this is not going to be easy for you. This isn't to this one person that commented. Everybody says this. You're literally saying I don't stay consistent, and then you say some excuse that isn't relevant. You're literally saying I'm not consistent. That's why it doesn't stick. So this is not here for you to fight the old story. Just repeat the new one every day. I don't care if a million negative thoughts come up. Stop fighting them. Just repeat it. 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 I'm repeating just repeat it because I know people are going to be like, but I can't. This happened. Just repeat it. Just repeat it. Just repeat it. See how I'm doing? I already know y'all gonna be negative. I don't even give that any mind. Just repeat it. Just repeat it. Just repeat it. I don't care about your excuses. Just repeat it. Just do the mirror work. Just do the journaling. Just repeat it. And journaling is easy because you're not even fighting negative thoughts on paper. So you can think all you want. You are in control of what you're writing. Number 2, throughout your day. You can pick any time of the day. Like I said, people's schedules are different. This isn't about at exactly 1 p.m. Do this. This is literally throughout your day. When you have the time, when you remember, you can set alarms, you can set reminders. Throughout your day, subliminals or rampages, whatever you prefer. But subliminals or rampages, you can get subliminals, affirmation sleep tapes, rampages, and meditations in the subconscious reprogramming audio that I have in the workshop linked below. For self-concept, for love, for money, for business, for health, for princess treatment, I have them all below. Play these audios, play your subliminals or play your rampages. Subliminals because you don't have to actively listen to them. Rampages too. Even if you're doing something, because that's the point. I want you to play these while you're working, while you study, while you rest, while you're washing dishes, while you're watching TV, taking a nature walk, whatever you're doing, be playing these subliminals, be playing these rampages. Like I said, definitely use the ones designed for self-concept, for worthiness, for value. This one doesn't really have a time limit. For me, sometimes I'll just do a rampage depending on how much time I have. Sometimes I only have time to listen to it twice. Sometimes I'll use it when I'm driving up the street to a store or something. I'll just play it for however long that trip is. And then throughout the day, activity number 2, conscious thought shifting. This is what I always tell you guys. Like I said, I don't know why you guys are shocked that you affirm 1 time, affirm 5 times, do this only for 3 days, do this for a week, and you feel like your negative thoughts are still there. Well, number 1, that's why you're persisting. Even though you're doing all this, you're still persisting in the negative. You can't do that. If you're going to do this, you have to stop. Conscious thought shifting is going to help with this. Your subconscious mind defends the beliefs that it holds dominant. So if you've only told yourself these limiting beliefs for so long, it's going to defend it. That's why when you tell your new story, it automatically rejects it, because that is not what you have trained your mind to hear or to listen to. Your brain's not going to be like, I believe in the negative stories, but just because I feel like it, I'm going to start believing in the positive stories. That's what's going to happen if you're consistent and disciplined and stop telling the old stories. But in the beginning, it's not going to be like that. This is essentially keeping a mental diet, and this is especially helpful if you have intrusive thoughts, but you're going to have to start manually interrupting old programming and start manually implementing new programming. So this means if you have an intrusive thought or negative thought come up, pause. Okay, ask yourself, is this what I want to be true about myself and my reality? If the answer is yes, perfect, keep thinking it. If the answer is no, you say to yourself, I'm actually in the process of becoming the new version of me who feels safe and supported. So this thought isn't true. Or this thought isn't true. Actually, this is what is. And then you affirm. Or I'm choosing not to think this thought. I'm choosing not to give this thought power. So you don't have to be perfect with this, because sometimes you don't even recognize you thought negative till hours later. I always say, whenever you notice, just do it in that moment. So if you recognize earlier in the day, in the morning, I was talking to my friend and I was talking negatively about women. It doesn't matter. What matters is you notice it, revise, or switch it. No, actually, women treat me amazing in my reality. Actually, women are the best people I've ever met. Women love me so much. And go on with your day, because I'm no longer the version of me who thinks about that area of my life negatively. And then at night, scale it up or down, because there's always going to be somebody who's like, this is my schedule, I can't, because do what works for you. This is going to be about 10 to 15 minutes. This is affirmation audio, so this is really rampages, but you can also interchange it for subliminals or a meditation while you unwind and let your subconscious mind soak it when you're relaxed. And then right before you go to bed, this is going to be about 5 minutes. Scale it up or down. You're going to visualize. You could also do SATs. SATs is when you wait, when you're like really about to fall asleep and you're loopy. But I really just do it when I'm in the bed. It's probably the last thing I do before I go to bed, but I don't really wait till I'm in that groggy state. I literally just do it when I'm in the bed. You're going to close your eyes. You can just feel this. You can just brainstorm it. You don't really have to see it, but you're going to think about or visualize your ideal self. How do you walk? How do you talk? What do you wear? Who are your friends? What do you drive? Where do you live? How do you think? How do you respond? Feel it as if it's happening right now, even if you can only feel it for just a second, even if it doesn't feel real. Just do it. Just see it. Just feel it. Just think about it. And that's it. Guys, in the beginning, this isn't about belief. This is about getting your mind even just aware of all of this, even just aware of confidence. Even if your mind doesn't think it's yours, at least get it aware of what confidence is like, what it sounds like, what it's like to have a confident mind. Oh my God, I'm so beautiful, I'm so loved. You don't believe it, but let your mind even just know what it's like. Like I said, y'all be affirming 10 negative things before you even start affirmations, and then wonder why you can't start affirmations because you have just hyped your mind up with 10 negative things. Now is tips for sticking with this routine. Number 1, start small. Doing anything is better than doing nothing at all. So even if you can only do mirror work for 3 minutes a day, that's better than nothing. That's better than nothing. Track your shifts. Keep a win journal. I love when y'all say, oh my God, I've been listening to your audios and I feel so much more confident. Oh my God, I tried mirror work. I do EFT tapping now. I no longer react because my anxiousness has gone down so much. I love that. So keep track of that. Write it down. Track your wins. Every win is a win. Lastly, again, don't aim for perfection. Aim for consistency. Aim for presence. Aim for persistence. This is not to force the old story out. This is to gently reprogram your self-concept, your view of yourself, your self-image. You can do this. You can't start doing something by starting with thinking in your mind, I can't do this. You can. That's your practical daily self-concept routine. Mirror work, journaling, subliminals, thought shifting, and visualization. Remember, I'm doing a little mini email bootcamp. Sign in to opt into emails below. And remember, you can have anything you want in this universe. Nothing's too big, small, water, expensive. I believe in you. You should believe in you. And I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.